I think my screen has been shared, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So today we are going to see about Ethereum as well as smart contract. So we know that the name of contract. So the contract is in. It may be in any amount involved or any formalities. Any formalities may be involved in this process. So normally the contract is in mutual understanding or between two parties. That is party A and party B means they have mutual understanding for both parties, and a money or an item or any part of any favor will be involved in this contract. So here the smart contract is the same process what we are earlier known as contract. So after the huge success of this Bitcoin, there are so many different companies are coming out for to create their own currencies. There are so many contracts are coming out. So that because it is very reputation as well as transparency and security, and even though it is easy to implement, the easy to implement. So these type of characteristics or attributes make the developers to develop more number of smart contracts. So in this Ethereum, it is a popular platform for creating distributed blockchain applications. Today, we are going to see a small demo because I'm not well versed about this Ethereum tool, but what I learned, I'm going to share now. Okay, so there is an smart contracts. It is a definition of smart contracts. So we know that in this digital world, each and every part of computer program will be communicated with another one computer program. So the same here, a smart contract is a computer program that directly and automatically controls the transfers of digital assets between the parties under certain conditions. This was already told by me. I think the same they have mentioned in this definition. The smart contract consists of more number of programs, some of the passes. There are so many connections, or there are so many what's that control transfers are look like in this smart contracts. The idea behind this smart contract is very simple. Just if and then rule. We know that if there is a condition, then there will be a result. So the same concept is followed in this smart contracts. The first example here, we know that if you send me the object A, then the sum will be transferred to you. What it means is, uh, we know that what's that we know that two-step verification in Gmail. Two-step verification in Gmail. So there is an SMS will be sent to you when you are entering into the email. There is an SMS will be sent to you. So after giving the code number to that particular Gmail, and then you are allowed to access the email box. Likewise, when you're so many we are nowadays we are using GPay, phone pay. There are so many third party tools we are using to transfer the money or receiving the money, right, or maintaining the accounts. So likewise, if you are sending a money, you will receive some rewards. I think how many of you because so many people we are using, you are receiving some rewards, maybe 6 rupees or 8 rupees or 10 rupees or some offer coupons, right? So this is the example for this the digital assets contracts, smart contracts. So then the second one, if you transfer a certain amount of digital assets, then the object will be transferred to you. This is a second example, as I already said. No, they're like this only. Then the third one is if I finish the work, then the digital assets mentioned in the contract will be transferred to me. This is nothing but when you are using cloud tool, when you're using Access, to third-party tools like Linux operating system or Mac OS. You can pay some money to the cloud service provider, and you are getting the what's that? You are signing that digital contract to the particular provider, and you are paying the money, and you are receiving the particular tool too for some time it's like 30 minutes or 1 hour or 1 day or 24 days or 1 month. That type of time period will be calculated for the meter itself. So these are the small examples for the rule. What they are using in smart contracts is called as if then. Okay. There are some examples here. We're having three major examples. The first one is music industry, and then second one is government elections, and third one is healthcare. See, there are in recent days, you know that royalty. This is a word mostly used by the musicians of Tamil industry, Tamil cinema industry. So when this ownerships of music is embedded with the blockchain, this when you embed the music notes and ownership of music is embedded with your blockchain, this ownership will not be allowed to access, will not be allowed to access by the third parties. So who are paying, then only you can access the music. So this is one type of example, and the next one is government elections. So we know that Aadhaar card and PAN Aadhaar card, and there are so many 6 or 7 identity cards we are using to vote, to cast your votes. So here, if your data are logged into blockchain, so people cannot decrypt the information. It is very hard to decrypt because we know that there are has to 56 algorithms that are using. So when these addresses and names and they are using this government elections, then no one can hack the ballot box. And then third one is automatic healthcare payment process. This is mainly used to avoid the fraudulent in healthcare payment process because uh, nowadays insurance companies are mostly involved in this type of practices because if you're having some illness in your when you have having some illness or some collapsement in your body, you are going to hospital and you can put some extra charges and you can claim insurance. But when this medical, each and every medical data are enclosed with blockchains, you can't do manipulate in this digital data, I mean this medical data. So these are the three small examples I'm giving here, right? Then what is the how to write the smart contracts, and how to test a smart contract, and how to deploy a smart contract? These are the things we are going to discuss now. uh, there are four major, that is not a major tool, four what's that tools are involved in blockchain as well as smart contracts. The first one is Solidity, and then second one is Remix, and third one is Kanache, and fourth one is MyEther Wallet. MyEther Wallet is an pure wallet website. You can create your own Ethereum or Bitcoins in this site. So Solidity and Remix. So Solidity is an purely object-oriented language. We will see in the next slide. And Remix is an IDE tool which is used to develop and testing the smart contracts. So Konachi, it is a tested based test bed. It is also a test bed. Okay. So next I will see the some examples, and we'll go for the live example. Solidity. So it is a purely object-oriented language. So it was influenced by C++, Python, and JavaScript. So here we have a virtual machine. It is called as EVM. So nowadays, there are most of the, I think most of the people know about crowdfunding, blind actions, and multi-signature wallets. I know some online votings we are using, voting for Big Boss, and so many online votings are available. So these type of what's the activities or this type of operations are done nowadays using this Solidity only. And then uh, the same which we learned earlier in variables, functions, modifiers, events, filters, structures. So there are, I think, in next slides we will see some codes also, right? So the same which we are using in C and C++, libraries and interfaces, the same we are following in Solidity also. So to install the Solidity compiler, so you have to follow this one, and there is a download zip file is there. So you can download the zip file and you can access this in your desktop. So this is how to install the compiler. That's all this. This is the sample code I have given here. This is a simple contract sample code. So here, what we are doing is in GPay we are using the GPay, that is Google Pay or Phone Pay is we are sending the money or receiving the money, right? This is the two basic operations we are doing. We are purchasing and other payments. I mean payments for other third-party tools. It is different, but the basic operation here is we are sending the money and receiving the money. So here in the code itself, you can see this. My contract, this then class name, UNT, there is an integer values here. We have declared as amount and value. Constructor we have declared, and the initial value is amount is equal to 0, value is 1000. You just see this. So there's two functions. One is get amount and send. It is a send and receive operations. So these are the two basic functions we are using in this contract. And the third one is get balance. It is to retrieve the balance amount. So this is the code. You are going to send amount and receive amount and to see the balance. This is the code set for a small contract using more Solidity codes. Okay. Now there are basic cryptographic functions are there. How to compute? These are the inbuilt functions: add mode, multi-mode, and this is an KECA 256 hash algorithm. These are the inbuilt functions you can use directly in the code itself. You can use. Okay, and this is a SHA-256 and a RIPE-MD 160 hash algorithms. So this is also you can use directly. So here there are a list of functions which you are using in this Ethereum. I mean, Solidity tools. We can use these functions. You just go through on the and again I will come back to it. Okay, so this is the operation. This is the step-by-step process to create a contract. Okay, so Remix, you can search a tool called Remix. This is a tool. It is a live tool. It is an online tool. You can go and search in Google. Google, you can just to give Remix Ethereum. There's a site will be open. I will show the site. And here in this Remix tool, there is a web3.eth.contract. Web3.eth.contract. So this is a JavaScript API is used by web3.js. This used by this function web3.eth contract. This is the what's that? After the what's that? After the execution of these contracts, a bytecode will be generated. So this code will be accessed by this JavaScript API web3.js. I will show the example. Okay. So here, the first line, new web3.eth.contract. It is a JSON interface address, and then options. So JSON means that JavaScript object notation. So JavaScript object notation. So using JSON only, these accessibility. It is you are sending the QR code, or you are accessing your transaction took place. So these informations are in and out or controlled by this JSON only. So this is the code set new web3.eth.contract. In JSON interfaces we are generating. So the address is we are generating. So this is the process. I will explain lively. You will understand easily. Okay. So that's all. Now we are going for live session. You just go and Google. Just type Remix Ethereum. You just type it. You can get the window. I will share the window now. Just a minute. Yeah. Now I'm sharing another window. Yeah. Hope you see my window, right? Right? Can you see my window?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So this is the window of Remix. So in this Remix, you're having .sol file. This is Solidity file. You have a default file is here. You can see this. In this example, we're going to see about ballot. There is a voting example. So here, the first line, pragma solidity. This pragma solidity is this then version. What's that? We have to mention the version so that we are putting this line. And then contract ballot is then class name. Just like a class name, we are using this contract. Ballot name is of the contract name. And the struct, this I think you know this integer, boolean, this type of there are so many data types are we are using. This is the declaration part here, and see this. This is the memory allocation. Here you can see uh, who is going to, yes, give right to vote. There is an registration part is here. Only chairperson can give right to vote. Here there is a condition is checking now. So this I will give another one example. Don't worry about this. Having this. This is an example. It is a ballot. It is a voting process. We are having the example. See, this is a small contract for ballot. Okay. So now we are going to execute, or we are going to put this ballot in contract. I mean that smart contract. This is an ballot programming. So we are going to convert this program into smart contract. How to convert this smart contract? Normally, whenever you're writing the codes, after that we have to compile the program and execute the program. The same process we are going to know. Then the left side itself, you can create file explorer is there. So you just click here. That is Solidity compiler. Just click this, compile 3 ballot.sol. You just click this button, compile 3.ballot.sol. Okay. And now you can see this. There are three major parties here: publish and SWAM, publish and IPFS, compilation details. Publish on SWAM and publish on IPFS is this is a third party free web tools which we are using to convert this code into smart contracts. You just see this. Now I'm clicking this compile. I have compiled this one, and after that publish on SWAM. Just click this. Yes. See this. Publish ballots metadata has come now. So you can copy this code. Okay. Copy this code and put it in the that and the slide itself I have shown one slides, so by JSON address and some info options, no? So in address part you have to put this line, then automatically the smart contract will be executed. So this is the process. to create a smart contract. You just see this here. You can see the what's that? Yeah, sorry, just a minute. You can see here. Another one is publish on IPFS. This is also there. So publish on IPFS. So this is also created. Okay. So you just copy this code and put it in the code itself. So this is these two, the SWAM and IPFS. These both are used to convert our SOL code to smart contract bytecode. Okay, you can see this here: compilation details, metadata, bytecode. This is the bytecode. So these are things you can see here. So the same for our program. You just click how to create a new program now. So just kill File Explorer. So the same, here I have given this my contract, which we have explained already, So it will not work actually. So I'm showing the code. Okay. So my contract amount value. This is the constructor part. So here we are initiating the amount is 0 and value is 1000. And these both three lines, I think, get balance, get amount, and send. These three functions are used to operate the smart contract. The send is used to send the amount, and get amount is to get receive the amount, and get balance is the function used to see the balance. So when you convert this code into this solidity code into bytecode, this bytecode will be pasted in the JSON Web3 interface, and now your smart contract is ready to send and receive the money. But the transaction part and third party license, it's different. But we can get the how to convert the. I am just showing how to convert your solidity code into bytecode. Okay, you just see this. The file name is my contract.sol. I'm having this, and now I'm compiling. Just I'm clicking the compile my contract.sol. There are some error messages are showing because of the version is different here. Now I'm using the different version. Maybe due to some interfaces are not working, it is are not accepting these lines. The same here, you can see this publish on SWAM, publish on IPFS. You can convert this code into your bytecode. Okay. So this is the part and parcel of Remix Ethereum. Okay. And here there are see that there are some the words gas and economy. So gas and economy is how much amount we are spending towards this operation. That type of information will be mentioned as gas. I think the total transaction, total transaction. What's that? The total amount involved in this process. These informations are called as gas. It is there's nothing. There's a pricing value, right? Just to mention that, but there's a pricing value, right? To perform the full transaction, that is sending or receiving or getting balance, right? So to perform this operation, we need some amount. So this is called as gas. So these are the small information about this Ethereum, and you can get you can connect what are the control flow graph. You can activate this for this program. There are so many different debuggers, DRN explorers. There are so many tools are available. So you can enable this toolbox to see the flow graph for the particular programs. So this is the control flow graph. Okay. So that's all about this Ethereum. So you have to show this. You have to know this. One is Remix Ethereum. Just go to Google Remix Ethereum and click this. There are three major basic files are there. So you can create your own constructor here itself. You can create a new one. You can just see this. I'm closing this one. Owner storage. Yeah, these are the basic. You can create. Just click this new file. File name you have to give. For example, you are using my contract na, just use. Otherwise, sample any name you can give. Sample.sol. The same procedure. Contract. Uh, contract. There's a file name. Sample na, the same which we are using Java. No, so file name and class name will be same. Just like that. Sample contract sample. You just type this code and click here, compile, and then publish the file to another. I mean, SWAM or IPFS. Get the bytecode for this. Is there any doubts? That's all about this session. Any doubts? I'm ready to clarify. Everybody silent means all are understand or totally confused. If you want to see the demo again, I will show the demo again. No issues. Little bit confused. Yes, ma'am. Please. Which one? Do you want to show the demo again? Yeah, please. Yes. Just a minute. I think now you are seeing the screen, no? Okay. Now we are seeing the screen. See, again, I am going to the slide now. Just a minute. Yeah, so for a particular application, how can we? Yeah, there are tutorials, madam. Solidity, just mention this. Solidity tutorial. You just go there. You can create your own application, madam. I have given simple application to send and receive money. Okay, so you can create your own one. One thing you can create. There are so many security functions, and as well as what you want, you can design, madam. You can do anything in this Solidity tutorial. There are so many inbuilt functions are there. You can create your own contracts. It's possible. Yeah. What I'm trying to say is, I think in the example I have shown two examples, right? I have shown the two examples. One is a ballot, and another one is my own example. There is an simple my contract example. Just I'm giving, no, what's that? Mm, Sending and receiving get balance. There are three major functions I have given. So these functionalities are inbuilt available in Solvit tutorial, madam. Likewise, there are so many inbuilt functions are available. You can create your own one. You can create a new application. You can create your own transaction application. It is possible. But thing is, you have to get permission from some banks and some account payee accounts. But you can get a code. This is purely developer-based tool, Remix. Do you want to show once again, madam? Shall I show the demo again? Yes, just a minute. s- I think now you are watching the screen, right? Right. Just go to the. Just a minute. Yes, just a minute. Yeah. Here in the topmost of file explorers, you can see this. There are three files: storage.sol, owners.sol, ballot.sol. Just I'm typing in the window. .sol files are solidity files. .sol files are solidity files. These three are inbuilt files. Inbuilt files, these are just like sample files, just like a sample files. Okay. In this cell, you can see this. We are using in C program has included stdio.h. In C++ iostream.h, right? In Java import we are using import directory we are using. Likewise here in SOL files, pragma is an version knowing line. So using this line is compulsory. Okay. Um, the instead of class name we are using here is contract. The instead of class we are using here contract. This is contract name. The already I told about the Solidity program. It is a purely object-oriented program. So the same we are using here structures and address. We just go through this line. I will show one particular area. Just a minute. This ballot program is it is an online voting program. So it is an online voting program. So in online voting program, who are all going to casting the vote and who is going to win. So these informations are shown this in this program. You just see this function give right to vote. This is the conditional program which is used to whether which you check whether the user has been voted or not. You just see this function give right to vote address voter. This is the voter ID is voter address of the voter has been passed and then public it is in require it is in function. MSG dot sender is the function is equal to there is chairperson. There is only chairperson can give right to vote. So there is a rule which is used to control the user. Only chairperson can give right to vote. And then voted or not. This is a condition checker. You just see this. This is the conditional part, whether the user is already voted or not. And after voting, require in the sense voters weight is zero or one, whether it is one or zero. There is a one means he has voted, otherwise zero means yes, not voted. This loop is just like this. These type of set of codes are there. You just go through and check. This is a sample program. Now, these sample programs are execute. We need some what's that? Some platforms we need, no. So in C or C++, there is a language dependent. So we need some platforms to execute the program. But when you convert these codes into byte codes, that is the system readable formats we are converting. Okay, so that's what we are publishing or we are converting the total code into that in the slides. In the slide itself, I have shown in the last line. We need JSON, Java object notation. Using that only, we are connecting the code with web interface. Okay, so that we are converting this stored total program into bytecodes. So that what I'm doing is I'm just compile. Just click here, compiling the program. Now the program is okay. There is no errors. Now we are having the third-party tool, publish on SWAM, publish on IPF. These are the two basic tools are used to convert your program into bytecodes. Bytecodes in the sense readable format, the system readable format. Just click this SWAM. Yeah, just click this. Yeah, it's okay, I think. Yeah. There is called as metadata. I think metadata, you know that data about data is called as metadata. It isn't link form, just like in it is linking the our codes, right? Total codes are copying now. I'm copying this and put it into the just again I'm sharing my window now. Just a minute. Say this line. New web3.eth.contract, is JSON interface, and then address, this address will be filled by that address. This is the part. I think hope you understand now. This is the part. Now just I am showing this. That bytecode, that bytecode will be pasted in this area. So then this line will be normally this is a JSON object, So now you can create a website and using that JSON, you are connecting with the third party tool. I mean, this bytecode, you can easily access it. That is the part. I think, hope you understand, I think. Any doubt, I'm ready to answer. You can create your own application using Solidity tool, and you can execute this using Remix. There are so many materials are available. There are so many tools. I mean, so many tutorials are available. It isn't just I'm giving an overview only. Any other doubts? Just I'm typing the things. Remix. Go to Google. Remix Ethereum. Type Remix Ethereum. Well, the first window, this window, the first window will show. Then you can see the things what I did earlier. You can copy and paste the code. You can do this. You can get the particular bytecode. That's all about today's presentation. Any other doubts? Thank you. It is a purely developer tool, madam. So you have to know Java and as well as JSON. Then easily you can create blockchain applications. Healthcare application using blockchain is it is very hot now. There are so many applications are coming out. Okay. Shall I wind up the session? Muthukumar sir?
Sir.
Yes. John?
Dear participants, do you have any queries?
some process asked, and I have cleared, no issues.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your wonderful presentation. Thank you for a practical session. Thank you, sir. Dear participants, we have pasted the feedback link in the chat box. Please fill it.